Hello there, everyone. Welcome to Now We Rise. Thank you so much for being here. My name is Alicia, and I really do appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule to be here. It is not taken for granted. For my new subscribers, welcome. I really do appreciate you, appreciate love you. And for my OGs, you don't know, we're going to be diving into the cards. It's so good to be back here from a short break. But it's always good to be here. I love you guys and I love doing what I do. So let's dive into the cards. I'm going to be taking three cards from the Oracle 7 energies, and we're going to take it from there to see what is it your ancestors, your spiritual team, your angels might have to say, your Most High Divine wants to say to you at this time. That's too many cards. So let me just shuffle them a little. So how Uno do? I hope all is well with you and yours. Ubuntu, I am, because we are. All right, so let me just go ahead and cut and get the cards. And the first card is a deep breath. A deep breath. See if you can see that there. A deep breath. While shuffling the cards, meditating on the cards, as I always do before I start reading here on YouTube, I tend to do a little practice, just to clear the energies, just to clear my energies, and to also to connect with the spiritual team and the spiritual realm, to get the cards, to get the messages. And I got some notes here that I wrote down while I was meditating on the cards. And the first one is trying too hard. Trying too hard. I have a few more. The second one is missing the mark, trying too hard. A deep breath. I'm getting an energy where some of you are called to just slow down. Just slow down. Just to pull up on those rails. Just to pull up a bit and to slow down and to take a deep breath. Yeah? Missing the mark. You might be missing certain things in your life, or certain things is not being coming to fruition because you're too anxious. There is too much anxiety surrounding whatever it is that you're experiencing at this time. And you're asked to slow down. You're asked to take a deep breath. Yeah, let's get the other cards, the other two cards, and we're gonna be cutting again to get the other two cards. So let's cut. Although these come out, I'm just gonna cut. I'm getting cut in the cards, so let's cut. All right, let's go ahead and cut to get the other two cards. And the other card is the storyteller. The storyteller. The storyteller. And there's a key, and there's an ink with a feather for you to write. So you're asked to take a deep breath. And the energy of the storyteller, what I'm getting is that for you, you have gone through a lot. You have gone through so much in your life experiences. You have a very tall story to tell. Your experiences has shaped you. They have molded you into what you are or becoming. And I'm hearing that you're not called not to demonize it, because at the end of the day, your story, your experiences is actually the key to your success, is the key to open doors that you might not even be aware that there are potentiality in certain areas, or you might not even tap into what is it now that because of this experience will enable you to experience in this life, these new experiences. But first, you're called to take a deep breath. You're called to slow down. The energy I got was trying too hard. Yeah. The other one was missing the mark. And this is what is it that I'm getting to as it relates to some of you is that sometimes the answer that you need, the answer that you seek, is actually right there. It's actually right in front of you. But because you're going at such a fast pace, physically, mentally, psychologically, it's causing you to missing the mark. Some of you also, what I'm getting is that you have gone through, yes, a lot in your experiences, and you're now asking and you're now seeking answers. This is a book with a key, and the key to open the book, to put the key is right in the middle of the book. Some of you are called to write your story. Some of you are called to start a YouTube channel, to start some sort of a platform where in which you share what is it that you have gone through. Yeah. But now, as I was saying, some of you are really tired. Yeah, tired. And this, I guess this is why you're called to take a deep breath. You're tired because you have gone through so much in your life experience, and you're just wondering, when will it stop? When will the cycles end? When is it that the wheel is going to start turning into your favor? And you're called to just pause with this deep breath, to pause. The storyteller is for you to start to speak your truth. It is for you to start to speak your truth, no matter how much your voice shake, no matter how much your knees shake. Start to tell your truth. Start to tell your story. Some of you are very introverted, very private, and this is very much an uncomfortable thing for you to do. But the key is here, and the key is the opening of doors that you want to see open in your life. So let's get the last card. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. Take a deep breath. We're going to be cutting the cards. So if they fall out, we're putting them back. Just shuffling the cards so that we can cut again. All right. So let's cut the cards to see what is it comes for the last card. Uncharted sea. Uncharted sea. So with the uncharted sea coming out, it is basically self-explanatory to some extent, and I'm getting the messages, is that for some of you, by taking a deep breath, by slowing down, by stop trying too hard, and by extension, you will know being able to pinpoint where you need to go when you slow down and take that time. The storyteller is telling you to write, but the uncharted sea is really speaking on the vibration of moving into directions that you are now going to be asked to move into. Some of these directions or areas are uncharted, or places that nobody has gone before. Maybe you're now called to go to do things, or will be doing things that is totally brand new. You will be the one to spearhead certain things, and this is why spirit is now asking you to slow down a bit, from stop trying too hard. Because when you do this, you're missing the mark, and your spiritual team and your ancestors want you to know that it is time for you to tell the story, because you see, within your story there is a seed. There is a seed there. You might not know which stories, because for some of you, you have different stories, a lot of stories, a lot of things you have gone through. You will never know which one. So it is not for you to sit down and say, okay, I've gone through this when I was 17, I've gone through this when I was 24, I've gone through this and I experienced it. No, it is for you to allow the energy. It's the heart of allowing, because when you go through an uncharted sea, You're on the boat, you're on the ship, you don't have a compass, you don't know where you're going, although we have a compass here. Yeah, you don't know where you're going. It's not like you say, okay, we're going northeast or southwest. You're allowing the waves, you're allowing the tides to bring you, to carry you. You're no longer swimming upstream. Yeah, you're no longer going against the greed. You're allowing spirit, you're allowing your spiritual team, your ancestors, the most high divine mother and father, to lead you and to direct you into those areas, uncharted seas, you know, where you're supposed to be, where you're supposed to go, because where you are now strategically thinking and planning and strategizing and trying to figure out, it's not necessarily where you need to be. It's not necessarily where you need to go. You understand me? So we're gonna be clarifying these cards, and I'm feeling I need to use the oracle today. Let's use the oracle to clarify these cards. If we need further clarifications, then we will use the tarot cards. Now, this may not resonate with every one of you guys, obviously, and if it doesn't, please feel free to look on the platform here and to see, you'll be able to find something that you very much resonate with, more than this video here. So let's get the cards. A deep breath, storyteller, uncharted sea. Love. Love is a very watery energy. There is love. There is the situation of taking this deep breath and to take the time to love on yourself. Take the time to focus in on yourself. Take the time to do things that you love. It's not necessarily what society is calling you to do, but it's what is it that resonates with you, that makes your heart sing. What is it that makes you want to skip and makes you want to dance and make you have that childlike energy again? What is it? Yeah, and you might find this by even journaling. This is what some of you might be calling to do with the storyteller here, to start do some journaling. And this is a energy, and this is an exercise that will also lead to your healing. Yeah, so some of you, the spiritual team is asking you to start do some writing, to start loving on yourself so that you can heal. Take a deep breath, slow down, because you have some uncharted seas to voyages to go on. Yeah, we have success, and there lies your success, and there lies your success. There lies your success when you start to focusing on what is it that you love, what is it that you want to do, what makes your heart sings, what makes you want to skip and dance and sing, and to be childlike, in that childlike vibration and energy. Yes, I'm getting that the heart of removing yourself from people, places, and things is not necessarily easy. It's not always easy, but it's something that you're called to do. If something or a person or a place or thing is not serving you, you're called to move yourself away from it in order for you to be able to breathe. Yeah, to take a deep breath, to release, and to be able to tap into whatever it is that you seek. Because whatever you seek is also seeking you, and success is here. We have child design. Listen, child design. And this is the childlike energy I've been picking up as it relates to this reading. Yeah, it's time as adults, responsibilities are there for us, and sometimes we fail to know, or to take, or to be considerate of ourselves, to know that at the end of the day, we too have to be responsible for ourselves. And when I say that, what I mean is responsibility to take care of self, is just responsibility to put ourselves first, is responsibility to detach from things and people and places that does not serve us. This is vitally important because we cannot afford to lose a self in things, and we can't afford to lose our identity or authenticity. This is what we need to do. It's like being on YouTube here. I do not allow the algorithm to control me. I do not allow the numbers or lack thereof to control me. For some people, they see their numbers going up and it's a motivation, which is good to keep going and pushing and pushing and pushing. And for some, they see the numbers go down and they see it as a motivation or a demotivation. I do not allow anything outside of myself to control me. Yeah? And this is very much imperative. You're trying too hard. You're missing the mark. A deep breath. It's time to acknowledge your story. It's time to love up on yourself. It's time to see, to find who is it you really are authentically. This is where success lies. You have success here. To tap back into your childlike design. To tap back in your childlike design. Thank you for waiting. So let's get the other cards. We have ecstatic union. And this is Shakti, meditative energy, tapping into, going inside. And this is what I was just saying. Not allow anything outside of self to control you. Because listen, and the next thing I'm getting with this reading is that for some of you, you might have somebody that you might be you idolize or you look up to, and you find yourself getting very much disheartened or disappointed because these persons are not really living up to your expectation. And this is also what you need to detach yourself from, is having expectations of others. Yeah, do not, it is, as I said, it's not very easy, yeah, for you to you're not going to be able to change overnight, but it's a gradual work that you have to do. Yeah, what you need, what you yearn is not outside of self. It's not anything that can disappoint you or let you down. It's in yourself. And yes, too, sometimes we do, especially when you have a project or you decided that you're going to be doing something and you don't do it, you tend to let yourself down as well. But at the end of the day, it is you. No, within each and every single one of us, I do believe there is a higher version of self. There is the spiritual aspect of self. This is who you want to have that connection with, that spiritual connection with, so much so that you're able to identify this self that is within self. As Rastafari would say, I and I the physical I, and I the spiritual I. No, it is for you to know, to go into this energy of an ecstatic union with the spiritual I of you. Yeah, so as for you to know, listen, nothing outside of self matters. It doesn't matter. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All of these physical stuff, at the end of the day, it does not matter. I want to take the time to think about that. It is very deep. Yeah? So have this union with self. It is even more important to take the time to connect with your higher self. Your higher self is within you. Yeah? The higher self is on all planes and all dimensions as well. Yeah? So take the time to connect with your story. What's your story? What's your story? Some of you are called to start journaling. I have a book here when I'm meditating, a very nice little book. I picked this up in the dollar store, $1.25. You get these books and you start making notes. Yeah? Ace of Illumination. So things are becoming clear to you. Once you tap into certain areas of your being, of your authenticity, you're not like anybody else. You will never be like anyone else. You come with your own package. You come with your own gifts and talents. You come with your own purpose here. Some of you, your purpose is nothing to compare to what is already out there. So it is uncharted sea. It's something that is going to be very much amazing to us out there when you start to tap into it. For some of you, gonna tap into this by writing, by telling your story. 2 cards here, I'm gonna take them. Okay, we have Mother of Perception. It's all about perception, and this is where I was coming from as it relates what I was saying. Nothing matters. Now, if nothing matters, let's look at it. It really matters. Does it really matter if you do something or don't do something? What about if you really take the time and have the patience to take deep breaths and to dive deep within self? That is what matters. Nothing outside of you doesn't matter. When you're able to tap into yourself and to give yourself the love and the appreciation to move into success. What sort of success? Success doesn't only mean monetary. Success can also mean tapping back into your child design in the lightness of your heart, in the lightness of your spirit, joy, peace. And this is what most persons here, most persons are really looking for. When persons are going to the club, when they're in relationship, when they want money, they're thinking that money will carry this experience of love, joy, and balance. Some of them, unfortunately, no matter how much money they have, they still do not have this love and balance. We have cleansing here. 2 cards came out. Cleansing. And with cleansing coming in, I'm hearing detachment. Detach yourself from things and people that does not serve you, so as to be free from expectation. Yeah, it's all about the perceptions that you move into this dimension with. What is it that you're gonna allow in your experience to very much determine how is it you move on this earth? What? It shouldn't be really anything outside of self. And this takes a lot of work. Made of revolution. So with cleansing, the cleansing is going to actually help you to revolutionize your thought process, your belief system, the way in which you go about doing what is it that you're doing. Yeah, let's get the last card here. And I'm hearing get a couple of cards from the tarot as well. So do not allow anything outside of yourself, yeah, to pressure you. Yeah, because what I said I got here, trying too hard and missing the mark. And you're basically a card turnaround. Self-destruction. self-destruction. And this is coming in to really tie in what is it happen here with a deep breath. With a deep breath card, you're called to slow down. Take the time to love on yourself, to smell the roses, tap back in your childlike energy. You know, I'm not saying that you must be very much oblivious and very much um not responsible for your life, but at the same time you have to have some sort of a flexibility. Yeah, we have storytelling here, you know, ecstatic union with yourself, not necessarily with anything or anyone outside yourself. Ace of illumination, things are going to be clear to you because you see the success lies within you, within the story, within the experiences that you're called, that you have gone through. Mother of perception, it's about perception. Do not allow society to dictate to you what is it that you ought to be doing at this time. This is a time that we're in right now where authenticity is the new currency. Yeah, cleansing, cleansing yourself from person's expectation and your expectations of persons. Yeah, made of revolutionize your perception, your belief system, the way you go about doing things. You know, if you do not detach, there's an energy of self-destruction. Yeah, so let's get some tarot cards. I'm not in a hurry here. I'm not in a hurry here, y'all. So let's get some tarot cards as it relates. So we have the Five of Swords coming in reverse. Now, as it relates to this reading, with the Five of Swords, there's been a battle and you're moving away and you're walking away from this energy. Yeah, you're moving away and walking away as the winner. So there might be persons in your life or experience in your life that you're now called to move away to, and to go to some uncharted sea, to go somewhere else. Yeah, sometimes you want to go not where everybody know your name and they glad you came. Sometimes you just want to go somewhere new. If you know that show, you know that show. So sometimes you just want to go somewhere new. Yeah, yeah, sometimes you just want to tap into something. You go into the unknown. And sometimes the unknown is intriguing. And sometimes the unknown has a lot of unexpected great surprises for you. And you're now called to take the chance on yourself, yeah? Not to try too hard. You're trying too hard. You're called to allow, to embrace the heart of allowing, to take a deep breath, to tell your story, allow your story. But I'm also hearing that some of you need to take the time just to sit with self and to do a review of all the major things that you have gone through, and what is the major theme that is in these stories. And you're asked to look at these major themes. And when you're looking at these major themes, you're also called to question, to dive deep as to why is it these major themes in your life keep popping up. And this is a cycle. You're going to identify a particular cycle that continues to repeat itself within these stories. The stories and the experiences might be different, but nonetheless, there is a seed, a theme seed that continues to repeat itself in every story. You're now going to ask to extract this seed and to look at the root reason for these situation to continue to repeat itself in your life cycle. And when you do that now, you're going to find the key to open the doors and to close the doors on chapters in your life that no longer serves you. And this can also mean that you're now called to remove yourself from people, energies and vibration, from places and things that really causes you not to bear the fruits that you know that you are capable of bearing. So moving away from this, taking the time to find these themes, these repetitive themes that continue to should show up in different experiences of your life. When you do that, you're called to move to uncharted seas, to gravitate to the unknown, to embrace the unknown, to take that deep breath. It's like going to the sea, to the ocean with that clean water, that clean air, not clean water necessarily, but that clean air. Might be salty, but it's an air that will purge, an air that will cleanse. We have cleansing here, yeah, to revolutionize yourself, so as for you to not to be in a self-destructive energy where you hang around and where you're now finding yourself very much in a destructive mindset where you're now wondering when the cycle is going to break. You have to take the time to take the deep breath, to slow down, to look at your stories, to write your stories. So at the end of the day, by doing all of these introspection and reflection, you will know, by moving into that area now where you'll be writing a new story, a new paradigm will present itself. This uncharted sea will present a new island for you where you can now build, where you can now flourish, where you can start anew, where you can now write a new story. Let's get two more cards. The Three of Swords in the reverse. Yes, my loves. You have to move away from this situation. You have to take the time for yourself. You have to love upon yourself. You have to get back that little thing. Some that I'm hearing that for some of you, I don't know who this is for. You usually laugh when you were younger. You usually laugh so hard that you cry. You're now going to get back to that place where the joy is so much that when you laugh until your belly button burn you, so you start tearing up. You have not experienced that in quite a while, and this is where you're moving back to with the Three of Swords in reverse. Taking a deep breath. Remember, don't forget that success is here. And by telling your story, by not only telling your story but writing your story, but not only by writing your story but reviewing the themes in your story and the repetitive circumstances, then you will be able to open the door and to move into those uncharted seas, those uncharted territories, those uncharted gifts and talents that is laid dormant in you. You know, you're going to allow the waves of these talents to roar and to rise and to push you into the areas that you're called to go. Let's get the final card and then we close out. The Nine of Cups. And this is what you are deserving of. This is what you're deserving of at the end of the day, moving forward. You know, you're deserving of abundance. You're deserving of this abundance. And for some of you, this is what you're called to do. To take this deep breath, to look upon your, review your story. It might be painful. So some of you, this is what you call shadow work. This is what you call going to the darkness. The darkness, something a lot of people demonize the darkness. The darkness is powerful energy. And this is where you're called to go, to these uncharted seas. I love you all. If anything resonates here with you, let me know in the comment. I will continue to do my reading as how spirit, you know, wants to do it. I'm not here to please anything. I'm not here to please anyone. And so you need to also detach yourself and to do what is it that you come to do unapologetically, organically, and authentically. I do love each and every single one of you. Stay strong. Embrace love, embrace the success that is coming in when you're moving into this uncharted energy. Yeah, there's a lot of abundance there for you. You know, you're going to be revolutionizing yourself, you're going to be cleansing yourself, you're going to moving away from dynamics and persons, places and things in order to move into your 9 of cups. You're going to tap into yourself, have that ecstatic union with your higher self, and to come into the ace of illumination, and to have the mother perception of things moving forward. The mother perception is a C card, cleansing is a C card, love is a C card, uncharted territory is a C card. So it's a lot of push and pull, and that's how your life has been. It has been like, it has not been stable, it's not been a steady. Now you're called to move into this uncharted sea, in this uncharted space, where in which you becoming on an island. That's what I was getting. A place where you can write a new story, where you can rebuild, where you can be successful, because now you're taking time to take a deep breath. No, you're not trying anymore. You're just allowing, and you're not missing the mark anymore. I do love each and every one of you. Until next time, walk good and tell them other one all day.